Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I always want to welcome you. So actually this video will actually be about postpartum depression. So it's kind of, well, it is serious. So hopefully you guys take heed, all the mothers that are pregnant, all the fathers that are expecting their first child, or who is expecting their second or third or fourth child. So just be aware. First I want to give you some facts, and then after that I want to share with you my experience. So keep watching. Alright guys, first I want to give you some facts about postpartum depression. So if you see me looking down, it's because I wrote down some stuff and looked up some stuff to share with you guys. So first, basically, postpartum depression, also known as PPD, is depression after childbirth. And it is also called postnatal depression. It is a type of clinical depression that can affect both sexes after childbirth. So it's not just women who go through it, men go through it as well. You just hear about more women going through it than men because they actually experience and go through a child coming out of them, whether it's C-section or natural birth. And some of the symptoms are sadness, low energy, changes in sleeping and eating, reduced desire for sex, crying episodes, anxiety, and irritability. Now, most women recover with treatment such as a support group, counseling, or medication. Now, in my case, first, let me just give you a long story in a short version. So basically, my husband, he's not my daughter's biological father. So when I was pregnant, that's when I actually first started going through depression, because I was very depressed while I was pregnant. I say from about 3 months pregnant till I actually had her. And that's because my daughter's father and we were just not getting along. There'll be another video. We were not getting along. We were not seeing eye to eye, and that basically like what led up to my depression while I was pregnant. Now, after I had her, I want to say, ooh, oh, sorry, y'all. Somebody was walking by and she looked at kind of who did it and why. But anywho, so after I had my daughter, I want to say like the first couple of weeks, I know it ended before my 6 weeks checkup. I want to say about the first week to like the third week, I went through a mild case of postpartum depression. Now, at the time I was living with my mom, and it was my mom, my sister, and I. So it was just 3 people living in the house. And like they would be going all the time. My mom would be going all the time. My sister would be going all the time. She had to work. If she wasn't at work, she was going out with her friends. And my mom, she was with her boyfriend all the time. So I was just stuck there with my daughter. Everybody around me was having fun, going out, doing this, doing that. And I'm stuck at home. I was basically just, caring for my daughter. I fed her all the time. I was breastfeeding her. So that's all, like, that's the only thing I felt like I was good for. I didn't really have, I honestly didn't have support. So, I was just down. Like, I always wanted to go to sleep when she was asleep or whenever I could. And I didn't really eat like when I was pregnant. I ate a whole bunch, but after I had her and was going through that depression, I really didn't eat. Like, my eating changed. I was always in the bed. I was just down and out. Like, okay, I want to say like the biggest cause of my postpartum depression was me stuck at home like all the time by myself with my daughter, and me feeling like, here's this baby, this new baby who's my baby. It just doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like it wasn't a reality to me to me yet. Excuse me. It just felt like I was babysitting, or I was just watching somebody else's baby. And also because I had no one there with me. I had no help basically. I was just doing it all by myself. And that led up to it. Like, I didn't want to say this or put this in a video, but actually when I first found out I was pregnant, I want to say, exactly when my daughter's father and I stopped talking or stopped communicating. That's when I actually wanted to like abort the pregnancy. But I was like, first, I'm not gonna pay all this money to kill my child, and second, even if you're not here for her, I'm going to be here for my child, even if you're not. So that's basically it. But my daughter and God was the reason why I overcame my postpartum depression. Because I was just like, I was really lonely. I was really, stuck on no one helping me, no one being there for me like they say they would when I was pregnant. So I'm just a prime example of you can get out of it, and you can overcome your depression. So just, if you're feeling like, you're you're down and out, or you're feeling low on yourself, get help as soon as possible. ASAP. Tell somebody, tell a family member, tell a friend, tell your OBGYN, tell somebody so they can help you, so you can get help and seek the necessary treatments that you need. Because it's not a joke. Do not take it lightly. I know most people be like, oh, you didn't have postpartum depression, but you do not know. Like, that person does not know what you went through after you had your child. So seek help, seek counseling, pray, everything that you can to not, have a worse outcome, or you get to a place where you have to, or you want to do something to your child that would negatively affect their life and your life. But how I overcame it was, it didn't happen overnight, but I was like, okay, I have to, support my daughter and provide for my daughter. So I need to get my butt up. I need to get out of this depression, and I need to do what I need to do. So I want to say, after I was cleared to work, I want to say by that time, after I was cleared to work, I started going to work. I know it was part-time, but I was still making money. I was still, providing for her. And by the grace of God, I didn't need anything. Like, I was buying stuff for her while I was pregnant. And then after that, people, was giving me stuff left and right. Like, really nobody came to my baby shower. But after that, like after I had her, I didn't need, or she didn't want or need for anything. And that's a blessing only from God, because I didn't have any money, like zero, zilch. I had no money in my bank account. So that's just my story. So if you're going through something, if you're going through depression, even if you don't have a child, if you're going through postpartum depression after your child, be strong and know that God has you. Just know that, your daughter or your son cannot make it without you. So you need to, do what you need to do to provide for them. Pray, try to have a support system, whether it's family, friends, Anybody, even a stranger can, you know, brighten up your day, because strangers have did that for me too. So just keep your head held high and look at your child, you know, and basically realize that they need you and you need them. And actually, you need them more than they need you, because a child is going to get what they need. So I think it's more of an emotional thing when I say you need your child more than they need you. My daughter is my life. Like, she makes me happy when I'm mad. When my husband and I are arguing or not getting along, my daughter is like basically someone who keeps me smiling. And I'm actually going to stop the video right here. And I'll see you in my next video, because I'm about to cry, so I do not want to do that. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All right, guys. Bye.